MX vs ATV Legends has more DLC coming in their MX vs ATV REFLEX track packs, as Boxcar has now been released for all of the consoles and on PC as well. This comes with Boxcar because, of course, there was Switchyard and Boxcar as add-ons to the MX vs ATV REFLEX game back in 2010. And it comes with Boxcar as well as an additional track called Train Yard. And this is a custom-built track by the Rainbow Studios crew getting after it and adding a little bit of a different element similar to what we saw with the Fort Dodge DLC. They had Fort Dodge Round 3. And it also comes with a freestyle FMX map as well. So we're going to detail each of the tracks today, kind of show them off a little bit for you guys so you guys can get a perspective of what these tracks look like if you're going to go purchase this DLC for yourself. And of course, we're going to start off with the Boxcar replica track. So if you've played MX vs ATV REFLEX, it's very likely you have seen this track already. You know kind of the layout and what it looks like, but now you get a chance to see how it plays in MX vs ATV Legends, which, to be honest, is actually very similar to how it feels in REFLEX. And I just mean that in terms of the rhythm lines that you can do, the lines that you can do on the racetrack in terms of approaching corners and stuff like that is all pretty similar to what you could do in REFLEX. I know people have different opinions about what Legends plays like and feels like these days, but it does actually have some merit to it, in at least the flow aspect of it, a little bit similar to what REFLEX is able to do on this track. So you can see it's pretty easy to go 2-4-4 on off in that rhythm section here. I was just trying to take some alternate lines here, and you can obviously do the step on, step off. There's a much easier, bigger line to do in that rhythm section, but just trying to show off the kind of realistic lines that came from MX vs ATV REFLEX. And it obviously looks very similar to Boxcar, just with a little bit of those updated graphics. And they built a lot of this stuff kind of from the ground up, just replicating this as well. So pretty good job on their part, I feel like, to mimic the look so well and kind of tie it all together. The second lap right here, I'm just going to start taking the alternate lines so you can see a little bit of the different options available throughout the racetrack. But obviously the first corner in the whoops, you got the dragons back to the step on, step off, which is a little nice tire tap right there. Swing out right here, and it's pretty easy to triple in right there, but just on my lap, I wasn't really flowing, I guess. And then you could go inside in this off camber, which not many people really did, I feel like, but I always liked it because you could go 2, 3, and then step onto this table and off. Makes it a little bit easier to cut to the inside and still get the Supercross triple. A little bit short, didn't get the clutch boost the way I wanted to, but here's that option line, like I said, outside and then just jumping all the way to the table. Super easy to do, not that difficult to kind of add it to your line to go a little bit faster around the racetrack. And then we're going to go ahead and pour one more lap in right here just to kind of show a little bit of a faster version of kind of tying all those things together so you can get a real synopsis of what you can do on this Boxcar track. But overall, I feel like they replicated this very well, pulling a lot of the influence of what's capable to do the lines in MX vs ATV REFLEX. You know, the visual aspects, I feel like they nailed it from what it looked like in REFLEX and just added those extra elements to make it, you know, its own kind of unique thing in Legends. Love the city skyline, love the little under the bridge look that they've got going on here. It's very like, you know, just on the other side of New York City, whether you're in Brooklyn or over the river in New Jersey, just kind of checking some things out. So I love the aesthetic of this, and I always did back even when I played it in REFLEX, of it just feeling like, yeah, a shipyard, a little shipyard kind of tucked up against the dock. Being able to, you know, build something unique here and race it was always really a cool part of REFLEX, and I like that they've now added to the Boxcar DLC here in MX vs ATV Legends. So there's a couple, 3 laps, I should say, on the Boxcar track. Let's take a look at this new Train Yard track, which to me, again, similar to the Fort Dodge Round 3 add-on in their DLC. I think they kind of knocked this Train Yard track out of the park because there's some sick elements on it. So let's go take you for a lap here. Finish line jump outside. You can really actually quad all the way out to this and then double into the face of this massive double over the train tracks, which I don't believe they actually used. They may have used it in Switchyard, but I can't remember. So you go over the train tracks, a whoop section down the back, and then jump back over some train cars on this sick little hip jump that leads you into the Supercross triple right here. You can swing out wide right here, cut in early, and triple into this rhythm section quite easily. There's a gnarly split section here for sand that I don't really know which one is better. I was going outside mostly because it just seems to carry a little bit more momentum and flow, but I feel like you could go inside, kind of bank off of that nice inside berm and still have a lot of speed and momentum. So either one seems to be good and competitive. outside here, triple in off of that nice outside lip, triple again, and then triple up into the outside corner right here. Just very fast and flowy section. I'm pretty sure you could go over table right here and then jump all the way into the corner, but I just go for the nice easy on off double line out of this corner. Nice scrubber over this tunnel jump right here, land on the throttle, and then the fastest set of whoops you'll ever hit in this game. You go so fast through this set every time. I almost always blow off the track. Nice little step off of there, triple down into the over under section again, and then this is where the start section is and was on Switchyard and Boxcar. Jump over it, little Reflex logo right there, into the finish line jump. Like I said, it is very unique. I think they pulled a lot of sick elements of this entire layout and map design together, and gonna hit some alternate lines here just to show them off a little bit for you guys. But yeah, I don't know how this would race. I feel like this would be a little bit gnarly to race on, because just to be able to keep the momentum going on this track was pretty tough. Actually took me 10-15 minutes, I think, to kind of nail a decent lap on this track, just because you're in the air for so much of this lap and so many different elements of this map. Like even this one, I'm way short on this Supercross triple because I ran out of speed trying to clutch boost up the face, didn't quite get it. So you could go outside, little tire tap right here, and then here's the inside option, which again, I feel like you could rip this thing really well, but then it just kind of curves all the way back to the right, just loses a lot of momentum that you could be carrying by going straight through the sand. Tuck out of this corner, low line the double in to then triple to the outside right here. And then this section right here, you can go inside and then kind of like step onto this jump, but really it's just a double, triple option, and it sets you up much nicer to roll to the inside and hook this inside rut. I also think you can for sure go over table on this section, but very easy to step on off. I just am not talented in this game, so had to go table over single double, and then a nice little knack over the whip jump right there into this corner. What I like about this track is a lot of the elements kind of like you land sideways or on the gas turning, which is always like a fun feeling to like float into a corner, turning and land and just like power out of it real smooth and crisply. So I like that a lot. This is a very fun track, one of my new favorites in the game for sure. So definitely going to be rocking this one. And then let's take a look at the FMX track and all the elements available on this one. Decided to do a little daytime action on this track just to show it off a little bit better in the daylight, or at least a little bit of a different element that you guys can see here with the city and the river and obviously the shipyard elements and stuff like that. So many different massive hits and jumps on this track, and a sneaky little hidden area that I'll show you guys as well. But obviously big ramp jumps, big hits all around the racetrack that you can do. Come up massively short trying to throw something nice off of this one. Big knack whip right there, but then absolutely case the Jesus out of it and continue on. But yeah, just massive ramp hits kind of all over the map that you can do some sick tricks off of. I always kind of wanted to get a little bit better at this game with freestyle, just to be able to throw a really nice run together, just a nice little insta clip that we could probably compile or something like that. But overall, not very good at it. Tried to do a little wall ride here, didn't quite work. Going to show off some other stuff on this side of the track though. Double backflip with the heart attack death grab right there. And we'll go into the warehouse and out of the warehouse right here. So there's nothing really in here other than a wheelie pad, but then all the elements in the warehouse take you to outside of the warehouse to do all kinds of different big jumps and stuff like that. We'll jump back into the warehouse right here. Little no-hander lander. Did you guys know you can do this in this game? No-hander landers? I don't know if that's something that's really talked about that much. No, it sounds a little bit weird, still absolutely wide open on the gas with no-hander landers, but hey, sometimes the games just work like that. We'll do a little bit. I think I'd take the short ramp here, then turn back around and go into the warehouse one more time. Just showing off the different ramp elements. There's a lot of different ramp elements here. And then we'll jump back into the warehouse right there. Nice little float out whip. And then here is that little wheelie pad, nose wheelie pad. You could do a lot of different things right there. And then we go over to this side of the map. This is back on the other side, kind of by where the spawn is. Nice little jump over a barricade right there. And then another one right here. And then I actually left this kind of funny sequence in right here because it caught me off guard and made me laugh a little bit. But going into this thing, this is a cool little like techie pad up here on these train cars. And I tried to do this line where I jump across and ended up dying and then just clunked onto this and rolled up to the next ramp. I don't know, thought it was funny, so left it in. Was laughing pretty hard at this moment when I was recording, so left it in for you guys to enjoy my experience on that as well. But yeah, just jump across the train cars. You can jump from that one to that one, and then I think I'd do a backflip off of this one, Pretty hard to clear all the way to that white train car. I'm not sure if anybody's able to do that, but if you can, let me know. I'd love to share that on our stories or something to give you guys a little bit of kudos there. It also got a massive wall ride hit over here, which seems to be the new element of choice for Legends to include in their FMX maps. They got wall rides galore. We did a 900 off of one recently that kind of absolutely balled out on Instagram Reels. A little heel clicker here, and then we'll jump back into the warehouse. I think I actually crashed right here trying to do some crazy trick. But then it actually allows me to show you guys another little thing over here on the side. If you go behind these orange barricades and sneak out this little back exit right here, there is a quarter pipe ramp. And when you jump up this massive quarter pipe to the top, you get stuck for a second. And once you get unstuck, you can finally just make it all the way to the top of this warehouse. There we go. And then there's some ramps at the top of this warehouse for you guys to launch back down into the facility. But I stay up here for a little bit and show off the different hits. So we got one ramp jump right there, and another one that you can swivel out right here and hit this nice big ramp jump down right here. I was trying to land on the side of this jump and ended up just absolutely almost dying, but somehow landing it. Then we'd go back up here. There's another ramp, and you're like, where does this one go? Is there another lander down there? No, actually, you can jump all the way up onto this bridge, the second level of the bridge. I don't think you can get up on top of the bridge. At least I wasn't able to, but let me know if you guys can. So we get up here on the bridge. There's a few launch pads down here. You can jump all the way back down to the warehouse area down here, then go back up on the bridge and do some sick things down to the bottom down here. And then I think I included this super gnarly clip right here where I land on this up face right here. Anyway, this is the Boxcar DLC in MX vs ATV Legends. A lot of really cool elements in this pack. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video showcasing it all. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let us know in the comment section below. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So long for now.